Westbank, and then we can do Send Us Away. Is that okay? So this song is really light by comparison because nobody died yet when I wrote this song. And it's not a joke. Oh, actually, you know, I have to do something. I told Hamza I'd do this. He gave me his keffiyeh on the condition that I promise that I would give a concert with keffiyeh tied around the guitar. It's actually a nice way of wearing it. You just put it on your guitar. You don't have to wear it. You don't have to worry about it.
As long as it doesn't tap the strings, right?
Yeah, well, you have to be a bit careful. I'm thinking maybe I'll just get a guitar. Maybe I'll just get a guitar painted in the keffiyeh pattern, and then I won't need to actually tie my guitar with a keffiyeh. Or maybe I could just have some pins that will pin it back really easily. Okay, what's the song? Westbank. Okay. He liked this song. I sent it to him. Well, I'm back in Toronto, and here things seem pretty normal, with its wooded streets and clean concrete and real garbage disposal. But part of me wishes I could stay in a land very far away. It's not New York, no hipsters there, and it's nowhere near Seattle. It's the West Bank. It's the West Bank. In the West Bank, you can go to shops and the taxi service, it just rocks, and there's few internal checkpoints because things are pretty quiet now. The settlers live on mountaintops, sometimes they come down with their rocks, and they put the folk from CPT or ISM in the hospital in the West Bank. In the West Bank. Because the West Bank's in Palestine, it's border from the Nakba crime, and Zionism says they can't go home. They're not Jewish yet, now all the lands are occupied, and Oslo didn't turn the tide. The settlements and ABC, the IDF goes everywhere in the West Bank. In the West Bank. There the occupier looks at you as something on which his gun can chew. He's 17, he's just a kid, he may have complex feelings, but so long as he's in uniform, the enemies will he performs. Daily humiliations scare the locals, sometimes killings in the West Bank. In the West Bank. So in the West Bank, you don't hate the cops, the soldiers with Kalashnikovs, and nationalism doesn't feel as statist as I used to think. And sure, the PNA's corrupt, the collaboration, it should stop. But I hear when the war comes back, they'll stand and fight the Zionists in the West Bank. In the West Bank. So now I'm back in Toronto, here things are pretty normal, but I'm struggling to find how to engage with local activists, cause they all want one or two states, and for me either would be great. These views weren't shared by most of the locals who I met there in the West Bank. In Palestine. In the West Bank. Palestine. Yeah, it was a weird time when I wrote that song. It's really intense, but also I think in some sense really underdeveloped compared to some of the other songs. It's really raw. It's the shittiest song musically I've ever written, but that's because I hadn't played much guitar for the 6 weeks previous. My musical sense was not good when I was just so fucking tired of it. I was just confused for a long time because I felt like I couldn't really talk to anybody because I didn't understand what I was talking about. I didn't really want to talk to anybody because I didn't really want everyone to think that I was the kind of person who talked about this stuff.
You never talk about this stuff.
Sorry?
You never talk about this stuff.
You're being sarcastic. No, but when I got back,
Yeah.
sorry, I have to just check my phone.
It's like you come back from any sort of trip, you don't want to talk about it because nobody was there with you.
Sure.
You might if you go on some sort of nice holiday in Mexico, but nobody was there with you, so you can't really share the experience.
All right, I'm gonna turn this up. Can somebody tell Kayla